Hey everyone, HBIC here, Head Bum in Charge. I'm back from my hiatus of popping bottles with HBIC. I did dry January and it's over. I'm ready to get back to drinking. I got some really good bottles that we're going to be doing coming up that I've been collecting for the past month and a half. But from now on, all my videos are going to be in my brand new bar. We finally got the bar done. I'm not going to be sitting at my table anymore doing it in front of our liquor closet. The bar is completely built. And if you go to our Twitter account, you can see some of the photos that we've posted of the completed bar. But we're back and I'm ready to get back to drinking. I did dry January, so I am going in this with just no bourbon for a month. So it's probably going to be a little shock to my palate, but we're going to see. I'm going to have fun. So what is on the agenda for today? It is the brand new Old Forester 1924. Thank you to our friends at Green Valley Wine and Spirits for hooking us up with this bottle. But this is Old Forester's newest release to their whiskey row lineup. So, you know, you have the 1910, 1920, 1897. So you have all those standard Old Forester releases. You see them on the shelf all the time. You know what this is? Their newest one, 10 years old, bottled in by 100 proof. And this one, a lot of little controversy in this because the other whiskey row series, they're 50, 60 bucks, for a bottle. This one, MSRP is about 120. So it is going to be in an annual release. Supposedly, it was supposed to be part of the whiskey row lineup continuously, but now that they changed, it's going to be an annual release, but it's going to be supposedly readily available. But when this got dropped about a week ago in the Chicagoland area, it was pretty scarce. It was hard to come across at some of the liquor stores. So maybe that was just the first shipment, and there's going to be more coming soon. But I was very happy to get my hands on one of this. I had put some bugs in people's ears that I was looking for this one for a while because I'm a big Old Forester fan, as everyone who knows me knows. Yeah, so what's different about this one? Well, it's a completely new mash bill that they've done compared to their other whiskey row series. So this one comes in at 79% corn, 11% rye, and 10% malted barley, which if you go to their main mash bill now, it's 72% corn, 18% rye, and then 10% malted barley. So you got that 7% difference between the corn and the rye. They just, borrow Peter, pay Paul for that one. So not too crazy of a innovation for a new mash bill, but we're going to try this, and then we're going to do a little comparison here. So first, as always, we pop the bottle. And I'm not going to really go too much on the tasting notes because everyone's had, regular Old Forester whiskey row, bottles before. They know how it goes, but we're going to do a little side-by-side comparison after this. So, cheers, everyone. It's great. You can tell it's a little more slightly aged. You don't have like that harshness that you maybe do on the regular whiskey row series. But 100 proof is, just great on the mouthfeel. Red fruit, oak, like graham cracker. Yeah, it's very good. But what I want to do for this though is see how it compares to the 1910. So this was 93 proof. It's probably the closest proof-wise, because if you go 1920, you're going 115 proof. So talking 7 proof points here. So I feel like this is the closest that you're going to get to seeing how if I can spot a subtle difference between the mash bills. So I'm going to grab another Glen here. And this one's been sitting open for a while, so little different from just popping this one right now. But let's see if that 7% between the rye and the corn, if I can really spot a difference with this, because people say it's negligible, but we'll see. I will say this one smells a little nicer too. So I think I can get that little more of the spice in there with the rye. Definitely has like a little harsher finish, in my opinion, than the original here. I got a little. It's the beauty about having the bar now. I got all this room. I can hide bottles and water and glassware. So I get about this on the palate. I get it's almost completely the same. The finish on the 1910 is definitely. I get a different finish on the 1910. I get more of that rye, the spice with it than I do with this. And I think probably because this is a lesser aged whiskey as well, that could obviously has a good chunk to do with it. But yeah, you can definitely there is definitely a difference. Not enough, like I said, not on the palate, but definitely on the finish. There is a difference. 1920, a great bottle. I am very, very happy with it. I think this is going to be, if this is an annual release or if they have it as an everyday shelf sitter with their whiskey row lineup, I'll be happy with it. I think this, I'm not happy about the price though on it. I don't know how often I would go if this was an everyday release. I don't know how much I would go and grab it because, you have other 10-year, I mean, obviously Eagle Rare's 10 years, that's Buffalo Trace. But you got Henry McKenna, you got Russell's 10-year, and even for a lot less, you can get a Knob Creek 12. So you can get Knob Creek 12 for $75. So you get 2 extra years for $50 less. I mean, if Old Forester wants to really sell this as like another flagship bourbon, and I think the price definitely needs to come down in it. I think the 120, 130 price point is going to scare a lot of people away when you can get other 10-year bourbons or bottled and bond for probably half the price. If you're talking, McKenna's, around $60, and Eagle Rare's 40, 45 now if you can get it for MSRP. Like I said, the Knob Creek 12, the Russell's, the Russell's 10 years, you $60, $70. So it's a good bottle. Not gonna hate on it, but the price point definitely is a kicker on it, and it's gonna be interesting to see if what happens next year with the next release, with next year's annual release for the 1924. But compared to the 1910, I think it's much better. So that is my hot take flash reaction to it. I thank you guys for joining me today. We're going to be coming back next week. We got another batch 2 of Jack Daniel's 12. So we're going to be doing that one next week. But thank you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe to the Bums, follow us on YouTube and Twitter, and we will see you guys next time on Poppin' Bottles with HBIC.
Are you tired of getting the same old bourbon sitting on the shelf? Looking for something to impress your bourbon friends with? Then head over to Green Valley Wine and Spirits in Bolingbrook and grab one of our single barrel Bourbon Bum store picks. We've got a 9-year Knob Creek bourbon, an 8-year Knob Creek rye whiskey, and our ever popular Nulu Toasted Wheated. That's right, toasted wheated. So head out to Green Valley Wine and Spirits or message one of the Bums. But hurry, because once these bottles go, they're gone forever. Become a Bourbon Bum today.